Since the civil war in Syria, the attention has focused on foreign volunteers of jihadist militias of the Islamic State and Al-Qaida. And now terror in Europe and the US and throughout the world by jihadist trained and inspired terrorists is taking the media spotlight. Especially as there's more danger when fighters from an estimated 80 countries return home and increase the terrorist risk. While Western countries are aware of the situation, little coverage is given to the Shiite jihadists who form militias to support the Assad regime in his fight against IS and his more insidious battle against his own people seeking change within Syria. Iran, not wanting to be openly involved in Assad's wars, have supported and encouraged alleged volunteer militias. Estimates say close to 3,000 battle-hardened Iranian Revolutionary Guards are operating with Syria. Their role is hardly limited to training and organising. Most of these regional Shiite forces take orders directly or indirectly from Tehran, according to an Iranian Revolutionary Guard officer. Iran has recruited and trained 42 brigades and 138 battalions to defend the Assad regime. These Shiite jihadist volunteers primarily include the Lebanese Hezbollah, the Fatemiyoun, and Qadim Aqila brigades from Afghanistan, the Zayabinun brigade from Pakistan, the Yemeni Houthis Liwa al-Sadr, and the Iraqi Al-Nujaba movement. All these units are coordinated by the Quds division of the Revolutionary Guards, and while they do have autonomy, they are ultimately commanded by Qasem Soleimani. Hezbollah made its presence known in Syria during the Battle of Al-Qasir 2013. Beyond direct political control, Hezbollah's militia answers to the Lebanese army, and has access to the military hardware the United States provides to the Lebanese army, despite claiming while it was captured from Israel in 2006. The Fatemiyoun Brigade was founded in 2013 by recruiting Afghani refugees in Iran. Iran took advantage of these refugees, offering them asylum and money if they join the force and fight in Syria. Afghans spent large sums to pay for illegal entry to Iran, which offers economic advantages, and average salaries are 4 times higher in Iran. About 500 to 600 illegal Afghans enter Iran per month, often confined in refugee camps in Iran or deported back to Afghanistan. However, for those that join a militia brigade and fight for Assad, Iran offers $350 to $500 for monthly pay and a permanent residency permit after they return from Syria. Also, unlike an Iranian fighter, if an Afghan is killed in action, there is no burden on the Iranian treasury. According to reports, when the civil war in Syria began, Iran began recruiting thousands of Afghans, mostly from Herat, being trained by the IRGC. Originally integrated into the Abu Fadl al-Abbas brigade before forming an entire Afghan unit, the Al-Fatemiyoun brigade. They were deployed in Damascus at first, then transferred to southern Syria to fight Al-Qaida, ISIS and the Free Syrian Army contingents. It is believed that hundreds have been killed. Afghanistan. Qadim Al-Aqila Brigade, this brigade, also composed of Afghan recruits, made its first appearance in late 2015. Liwa Zinabiyun. As the Afghans, Iran recruited Shiites from Pakistan. However, unlike the Afghans, the brigade is a Hezbollah franchise. They train in Iran for 6 weeks and 6 months in Syria. Initially they formed part of the Afghan brigade, but as numbers increased they formed their own brigade in 2015. Their prime mission was to defend the Sayyidah Zainab shrine and other Shiite holy sites, but are now active on several fronts. Curiously, the Pakistanis are paid 2 to 3 times more than Afghans at $1,200 per month. Yemen. Liwa Sadr, named after the Shiite town in northern Yemen, this contingent of about 750 fighters, which was formed by Yemeni Houthis, are deployed around Damascus. Houthi rebels are trained, armed and funded by Iran. Iraq. The Iraq Shiite contingent is the largest force engaged in Syria to defend Assad's regime. Reports claim around 40,000 fighters. These are the main units. Liwa Zulfikar, formed in 2013. Liwa Amar ibn Yasar, created in mid-2013. Liwa Ad-Falhal al-Abbas, a highly trained 10,000-man brigade created in 2012, based around Sayyidah Zainab and Sayyidah Ruqayya shrines in Damascus. Liwa al-Imam Hussein. This brigade of Muqta al-Sadr operates in the Damascus area. It is also affiliated with Syria's notorious 4th Division. Liwa Aliman Hassan al-Mujtaba, originally part of Ad-Falhal al-Abbas brigade, is stationed around Damascus airport. Liwa Aliman Ali is another Iraqi Damascus-based brigade. Liwa Haydar el-Karar, 800 fighters renowned for its skilled snipers, are deployed around Aleppo. Kayatab Sayyad al-Shahada, formed spring of 2013, are active around Damascus. God's Victory Lion Brigade, a Shiite brigade of 500 men trained in counter-terrorism tactics formation, deployed in Damascus area. Asib al-Haq, another IRGC-backed Iraqi militia force formed in 2004 operating in the Damascus region. Badr Organization, 1,500 fighters trained to carry out assassinations, kidnappings and street battles. Led by Hadi al-Amiri, they are active in Damascus and its suburbs. Saraya al-Talar al-Khurasani, the Khurasani Vanguard, 600 personal militia now securing Damascus airport. Falak Wahed Salid, the Truthful Promise Corps, a 1,000 fighter group from the northern city of Idlib. They operate around the Aleppo area. Liwa al-Hamad is part of the Iraq Al-Nujaba militia. Very little information is available. Harakat al-Nujaba, the Nobles Movement. The movement's original name is Islamic Resistant Hezbollah and answers directly to Iran's leader, Ali Khamenei, but receives orders from Qasem Soleimani. Founded by Akram al-Kabi, a Shiite cleric following the split from Asib al-Haq. Al-Kabi moved to Syria where he founded the Al-Nujaba formation. The military units of Al-Nujaba are deployed in Iraq and Syria. They have a full military structure, infantry, armoured units and artillery. It produces some of its own weapons despite having an open supply of Iranian missiles and drones. Al-Nujaba comprises Iraq Shiite recruits along with Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, Kuwait and Egypt recruits and number more than 7,000 fighters. In early 2017, Al-Nujaba's leader Akram al-Kabi announced his forces would fight with the Syrian army to liberate Golan, justifying this by claiming ISIS was a Zionist issue, supervised by American with Turkish Gulf support. He said would decapitate the Zionist snake. The liberation of the Golan Brigade's mission is to help Syria liberate its stolen lands. An Al-Nujaba spokesman said, the creation of this brigade was but a step towards liberating the holy places in occupied Palestine. Brigade dedicated to liberate the Golan is a new and disturbing development. Though the Syrian situation is ostensibly between Assad and his allies, Iran and Russia, against Syrian rebels supported by an American-led coalition and Turkey. What makes this a more unusual war situation is that there are no Arab national interests involved. The divide is purely Shiite jihadists against Sunni jihadists, with both factions attracting fighters from around the world. Iran's creation of foreign legions is a major development which might have gone unnoticed were it not for the staggering number of deaths. It could be said that Iran is ready to fight Syria until the last non-Iranian Shiite.